You're going from the top here, you want to angle the squeegee slightly towards the middle of the window. So on both sides, it'll be a different side. So over here, you're angling towards the middle of the window. What is up, guys? Cleany PhD here, and today we have the head cam. Oh my goodness. So what we got here is our microfiber scrubber. Basically, we just have Dawn dish soap on this. You can use any kind of dish soap you want. Just use dish soap and water. By the way, these tools, as well as a belt and everything, these little squeezy bottles are really nice here. All this, you can get a window cleaning resource, or you can get a Detroit Sponge or local window cleaning websites. As well, you can get this stuff at Home Depot or Lowe's, but it's not going to be as good quality as these. This is called the Ettore Backflip. These come as a single-use kind of multi-tool here, but I like to separate them, and I really like these handles. These are great. So anyway, back to the video. Right here I have a BOAB, a bucket on a belt, and you're going to use that to carry around all your tools and everything. Right here I have a squeezy bottle just filled up with water and basically a tablespoon of Dawn dish soap in a holster there. This belt as well you can get on Window Cleaning Resource or basically any window cleaning shop. And then down here I have the Mormon holster. This is great for carrying towels and things. So that's the basic view of all the tools you want. You also want some towels here. You can use pretty much any towels, but you want to make sure that they're not washed with a lot of different residue that can get on here and make streaks on the windows. So onto the window cleaning here. So the amount of soap that you need is basically, you gotta get it by feel. So the more soapy it is, the more glide you'll have on the glass, just like this. The more glide you'll have on the glass, it'll be easier. And look, we have something making a streak here. So the more glide you have, the easier it is to fan the window. And oh man, we've got an issue here, guys. This right here is not good. So you can see this is a great learning opportunity too. When you wet the window and you pull down, if you're getting streaks in the middle here, that is a key indicator that your squeegee rubber is bunk. It is no good anymore. So what we're going to do is, in fact, each squeegee rubber has two sides. So not a top and a bottom, but a backwards and a forwards. So we're gonna simply switch this, and the way I do this, it's gonna be hard to see, but on the front of the Ettore rubber and a lot of different rubbers, there's going to be a logo here. Excuse me. Always start with the logo in the front, and then when you're switching, you switch the logo you switch to the side without a logo, rather. So now you are in business. You have just switched around your rubber. And if you use both sides of your rubber, you're basically gonna have to use a new rubber. So make sure you buy some rubbers that go along with your squeegee. And now let's make sure that we can get a nice glide. So there we go. So we see that we can make a total pass. There's no lines, none of that going on. So the other place that you can have lines is at the top of the squeegee on either end here. So if you're making lines as you're passing through, these little ones do not, they won't show up, they'll disappear. But these ones here with just a little bit of soap bubbles on them, they'll show just a bit, but it's not a big deal. So here we go. We're going to wet the window here with our microfiber scrubber. And big tip here is you don't want to jam your microfiber scrubber into the corners here too much, because it'll make your job more difficult later with detailing, essentially. So what we can do here, we can do straight pulls. And look, I've seen some professional window cleaner companies, and I won't say who, but they do straight pulls here. And straight pulls are not bad. So what you do is you basically start on one side of the window. It can be the top or it can be the sides, either side. You can do it left-handed, you can do it right-handed. Let's do a left-handed pass. And we start in the corner and we do what's called a feather here. This is what's called a feather. And it basically just attracts the water from the edge of the window. However, we're gonna have to detail anyways, so it's not super important that you get it all. And then once you're done feathering, you simply drag the squeegee. You wanna have the, this is a super inside tip. So if you're going horizontally here like this, you want the top of the squeegee to be angled forward just slightly. However, if you're going from the top here, you want to angle the squeegee slightly towards the middle of the window. So on both sides, it'll be a different side. So over here, you're angling towards the middle of the window. Over here, you're angling towards the middle of the window. So it doesn't matter if you're left-handed or right-handed, if you're going horizontal or you're going vertical. This is pretty much a foolproof method, is the straight pulls here. So another thing you can do, just to eliminate the amount of suds and everything on the window, is just dry off your squeegee a bit before you feather. And this will give you a nice clean pass on your windows here. Do a little bit of overlap so you get it all. There we go. See that? Every time I dry the squeegee, I'm not actually leaving any lines here. So the window's looking really good. All right, now we're going to take our window cleaning towels and we're going to detail. Basically, you want to do a wet and a dry method. So you're going to have a wet towel, which you use to sop up the majority of the soap that has fallen down here, and also to detail the tracks down there. This is going to be separate from your dry towel. Your dry towel is going to be used anytime you see any sort of like little areas that can be touched up. You don't want to have a wet towel, like if there was a suds in the middle here, you don't want to have a wet towel to go into the middle here, because that will actually make a lot of streaking and look very bad. So with these windows, these are what's called double hung windows. We're actually going to unlock these windows right here, just like that. And then we're going to come down here to this lip here, and we're going to pull up from the lip. All right, this will get the window, because we've cleaned the top window. You always want to start from the top and work your way down. So we've cleaned this side. We're actually going to clean both sides of the window here. So this is going to be fun. So we've cleaned the top pane. We're now going to bring the bottom pane up so we don't have to like bend down too much, because, you know, I'm a young guy, but I don't want to be bending down too much. So we're going to bring the window up, and this is going to get it at a great level to clean. So we're going to basically do the same exact thing we did before, but this time we're going to go a little bit faster, and we're going to use a different technique. And actually, in that case, we're going to use, we're not going to go very fast, or we're not going to go faster because we're using a new technique that I'll show you here. So we've sudsed up the window, and we have not smashed the sides of the glass. This will really help us with all these techniques and going forward in the future. So do not smash your scrubber to the top of the glass. So we're doing what's called the S technique here, and this is more important than the straight pulls. The straight pulls are the fundamental, and then you're going to go into the S technique, although the S technique is more universal and versatile than the straight pulls. So if you had to learn one, I would learn the S technique, but obviously it's good to know both. So what you're going to do, this can be applied left-handed or right-handed. You're going to take your squeegee. You're going to go get your grip, nice and light, not too much, and you're going to basically turn it just like this. Boom, boom. All right, you're going to put your squeegee on the window, and this works for left-handed or right-handed people. So if you're left-handed, you put your squeegee here, and boom, on the window. So you're going to go from here, you're going to cut up to the corner of the window, you're going to move across to the other side, and then you're going to cut down. Then you're going to go across, cut down, across, cut down, across, and then you're going to do what's called finishing out, which is you bring your window all the way to the bottom, and you basically do a straight pull all the way across. You see that? And that is a nice clean window. Again, we're going to take our towels, we're going to detail the glass here, just like so, and that is a clean window. So now we're going to take a look at the other side of the window. So these are double panes, or double hung panes, which means the windows can actually be brought inside to clean them. I'll show you how you do this. So we have these two mechanisms here, these locking mechanisms. You bring the window up more than 2 or 3 inches, 2 or 3 inches or more, and then you simply pull these tabs, and this will bring the window inside for you. Boom, just like that. And so there's going to be a slightly different technique to clean this. So what we're going to do first actually is basically remove this screen here. So we can bring the screen up, and basically there's springs on either side. So you're going to want to find the side with the springs, and there's a million different types of screens. There's a lot of different stuff to do, so just bear with me. We'll get other videos with different types of screens, but you can see that this screen pulls over more to the right. So the springs are actually over here. So you're gonna just depress the springs like so and pop the screen out. See how easy that is? And you're gonna knock off any little critters out here. This screen's actually pretty clean, so I'm not gonna actually clean this, but we're gonna go ahead and clean the rest of the window. So we're bringing this window down, and you want to have this a little bit lower than when we had it before when we were cleaning the inside facing portion. So we're taking these tabs, pulling them in, dropping the window down. And so you could clean it like this, although we're cleaning both sides of the top and bottom. So you then want to grab this little lip here and pull the window down for you. Perfect. And so now we see a similar sight here with these two tabs at the top of the window. We're going to depress these just like so and bring the window in. There we go. Now we've got the surface, we have the two windows here, and this is a part you want to be careful of. You don't want to drop these windows. So we're going to come back and we're going to grab our microfiber scrubber. We're going to do a similar thing, although this is going to be hard mode if you've never done this before. We're going to scrub the window, and we're going to use our S technique. Although this is pretty much backwards because you're doing it from the top. So go back and watch all the S technique. And this can be done with the straight pull. So if at this point you just know how to straight pull, then that will be sufficient for this side of the window as well. But this is going to beat 9 times out of 10. It's going to beat ladders. It's going to beat even water-fed pull in a lot of scenarios. Although what you want to watch out for is a lot of times windows do not work with you as well as my windows. If they're very old and they're rickety, you do not want to try this because it'll put too much stress on the window. Put too much stress on the window. Ooh. And you could break it. So just be careful when you're messing around with the windows. Make sure you don't do anything, put too much pressure on them essentially. Now we're going to clean the bottom side. We've got this S technique here coming in hot. And it's great to finish out on the bottom of the window here, just like so. Finish out just like that, so you can kind of flick the water out and be done with it. Know what I'm saying? So there we go. We're detailing the window, and perfect. So this is a clean window. Look at that. It shines brightly. It looks great, all of it. So the final step, or the final couple steps, we also have this track down here. So there's a lot of different ways to clean these tracks. I simply give it a little wipe with my towel. Nothing huge, but enough to have a presentable sill there. Kind of wipe the sash, wipe the bottom here. Then we're going to replace the screen. So with these screens, especially, you want to find the bottom part. The bottom is often going to have this kind of lip here. This tells you this is the bottom of the screen. So you're going to bring it out. And you can tell if you flipped it this way, it would go in, but this lip is supposed to be facing downwards. You can also have the stickers ripped off on this, but sometimes there'll be stickers on the bottom. You're going to take the springs here, and you're going to put them into this crevice right here. So simply put the springs in the crevice just like that. We're holding the window with our other hand here, and we're going to bring it up just a tad. Push the springs in. It also helps to hold it down here with your other hand. Press the springs in, and just try to get one corner in over here. This is a whole technique on putting screens back in, and it's tough, I feel. It can be frustrating. So once you have this side totally in with the springs inside the channel there, you want to raise the screen up just a bit so you can hold it on either side. And then just try to work in one side of the screen here. So you see that? You can feel it. I've got this side in down here, but I still need to get over here in. So I'm just going to hold the screen here because it can pop out on you. Take my hand and come out and just push it in from that side. Now you want to just move it up and down, make sure it works, and close it there for you. Wipe your sill here. And that, my friends, is a wonderfully clean window. Top and bottom, inside and out, no pulls, no ladders, no crazy techniques, no expensive tools. I mean, all these tools are maybe about 50 or 60 bucks for all this stuff. You could just have the squeegee and the scrubber and then just get yourself some Dawn dish soap. This will leave you with amazing results for spring. So guys, if you made it to this far in the video, give me a like and a subscribe. And guys, this is Cleany PhD. I'll catch you in the next video.